And you're not going to show any of this unless I say it's okay. Please. For the love of God.
No one's ever seen it.
It's modern. I don't care about it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Toy Addicts YouTube channel. Today I've got another video for you. I know you guys, some of you guys out there don't like seeing me on camera. You'd rather just be whoever I'm talking about that week. But I'm on camera and I don't care. So if you don't want to see me, just fast forward to the next part. Today's video is Nicole, who started a toy show 3 years ago. I think this is her third toy show called Shop The Curiosity. And I got to go to it. I was up in Rhode Island filming with Bobby Valla of Valaverse, and he had a booth at a show. So we just kind of tacked on filming the show with his monthly shoots. And I got to do a good toy hunt with him that will be on his channel soon. So go over there and subscribe. youtube.com/@Valaverse. He'd appreciate it. He's got some really great content, and if you're into 6-inch action figures or Action Force, then I think you'd really like his channel. Also, he does a pretty good take on what goes into toy making from the aspect of someone who makes toys. But back to today's video. We drove down to Connecticut where Shop The Curiosity was going on, and I got to talk to a few vendors and talk to Nicole, and you're gonna meet her now.
I'm Nicole. I'm Shop The Curiosity. We're in Danbury, Connecticut. This is my third annual toy show. I've been putting on this show for the last 3 years. I'm a huge collector in vintage toys. I love vintage toys, and that's where it all started for me.
The other toy shows that I've featured on this channel, it is 95% vintage and like 5% modern. This show, despite it only being 3 years old and one day, basically 5 hours from 10 to 3 on a Saturday, had some of the best vendors and some of the best booths I've seen at a show.
I have a mixture of vintage, of course, because that's what I love, and then I have toy designers, so people that are very passionate about their toys and truly love toys as much as I do.
Make sure you watch the whole video because we'll be cutting back to Nicole quite often as she collects more and more from her own show. I would be willing to say that this is my second or third favorite show, and that's saying a lot considering it's the third year and it's only a day, and I've been to some massive shows like Retro Toy Con, Joe Fest, Toylanta. This one ranks right up there with them as far as vendors. You can see there's a ton of G.I. Joe, Lego, Ninja Turtles, and then some rare stuff like the Tick. Really big fan of the Tick cartoon. Really cool to see these carded Tick figures.
No filming the bootlegs, man. That's
You
seem cool.
Is this your booth?
It is. Yeah. Well, me and this.
We are collectors by nature. And a part of the collection of nature is you also have to sell sometimes. And that's what we love doing, seeing the joy on other people's faces when they see old classic toys. Look at this. Beautiful flag of color. This thing is as mint as you can want it. And we have it here today. But we only have 2 of these. And 1 is great. 2 is awesome. And we're making sure you guys get it too. So we're not hoarding.
Okay, so these 2 guys were kind of cool. One of them didn't want to be on camera, but they had this almost mint condition USS Flag from the G.I. Joe collection for sale. And they had the box. The box was a little beat, but in pretty good shape considering how old it was.
What do they call them? What do they call the pop vinyls?
What?
No, this type of figure.
Oh, a bootleg.
Not bootleg. God damn it. It's got a particular name, but anyway, it's a bootleg. It's, in my opinion, particularly weird and rare because it comes with a parachute. And even though I think it's supposed to be Michelangelo, it comes with swords and stuff. I got it off of him.
And then they had this amazing bootleg Ninja Turtle that I absolutely loved. And yes, I did buy it because it was too bad not to buy it. And it comes with a parachute. So obviously that had to go home with me.
The bootleg Ninja Turtle, $20. The flag, $4,000. I've got the box and a microphone. The last one that sold on eBay for 45 with 300 shipping didn't have that.
I just bought a table because I was just like, I needed some cash, so I just blowing out some shit. But they work out of their houses for the most part. But they'll do like 1 or 2 shows a month.
Is that just the box?
Just the box, $10.
What's cool about this show is there's a lot of guys that don't really do toy conventions. They don't go show to show doing toy shows every weekend. They were just like, oh, this one's in my town. I've got some stuff to sell off. And that's exactly what's happening here with this Super Mario guy. I mean, I've never seen a Super Mario collection like this. I've not seen a lot of collections, but I've never seen a booth just dedicated to Super Mario like this one was.
Nice rig. Serious.
Always cool when someone compliments my camera rig. I spend a lot of time trying to produce the best content I can and getting the best equipment that I possibly can, even though I'm not the person that says you need great equipment. You can shoot something great on your phone if you just know how to tell a story and know how to get a good shot. But I do like my new setup. I also had a guy come up to me and recognize me as me, the guy from Toy Addicts. So that was pretty cool. Always makes me feel good to know that fans are watching and enjoying the show.
This is John with East Coast Toys. We're here vending at Shop The Curiosity. We can find a lot of vintage needs, toys, merchandise, and all vintage awesomeness, man. We got tons of stuff here, ranging from some quality turtle items, hard to find merchandise, complete vehicles, complete figures, and a lot of awesomeness. Hope you guys come down and check out the show.
Now, East Coast Toys. I have been following them on Instagram for a while now. Their booth was 98% Ninja Turtles. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so it was good to see a booth that catered to my love for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
A lot of it's already been sold. We had some crazy bootlegs that are gone from the box. This is a very rare second release Leo with the weapons there. That's a $600 figure. The April I showed was a good piece. We have this crazy Elf line here as well. And yeah, I mean, a lot of it's already gone, so if you got here early, you got some goods.
He did have some really cool Alf figures as well, and I did get a sticker for my Pelican cases, which has gotten a little bit out of hand. But no rare Leos at this booth, unfortunately, except for the second run movie Leo. I don't really need that, especially not for $600, but that's a good piece. And he sold a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of bootlegs. He sold a lot of bootleg Ninja Turtles that I didn't get to first. That was frustrating. Okay, back to Nicole and some crazy stuff that she got at her own show.
I want everything. Okay, so I got Dragon Riders of the Sticks. I'm a huge fan of these. I've been collecting these for a long time now. I do not have this one. I usually don't buy stuff in boxes anymore because I don't have a toy room, so it's hard for me to display stuff. So I'm gonna open this and take it out of the box and display it. But I'm happy with that. And cannot pass on these street shark hand puppets, Hammerhead, and Tiger Shark. Love these. So I collect the Deca, the brand Deca. They make plastic mugs or bowls and cups. I love them, so I collect anything that has Deca written on it. So if you have any Deca stuff, let me know. I love PVC Q-Berts. Who doesn't, right? Got these today. I got a Hornhead Popper. It's broken, but that's okay. That's fine. Killer Tomatoes. I have been looking for Killer Tomatoes for a while now, so I am happy. I'm most excited about the keychains because that's how I started. I started with keychains, collecting keychains when I was a little girl. And D13 is one of the vendors. He is a toy designer, and he hooked me up with some cool demons because I love anything that's creepy but cute, you know?
Oh, and I think this is the third show I've run into Buddha, who created the Thundercats book. So I was like, hey man, you really need to be on camera if I'm going to run into you this much. And he happily obliged and talked about his book.
What's going on? I am Sean McEwen, aka Buddha. That's what most people know me as. I am the project lead and author of the Hall of Omen's unofficial ultimate guide to Thundercat toys and beyond. I just have to say, this is one of the greatest Thundercats book you'll ever read. Selfless, or was it shameless self-promotion? But yeah, I'm a huge Thundercats fan. I've been seriously collecting Thundercats for over 20 years at this point. One of the reasons I wanted to put this book together was because there's tons of other toy guides out there, and there isn't one for Thundercats. And Thundercats fans are passionate, and they've wanted one of these. So I was able to take my collection, reach out to collectors from all over the world, and we were able to put together something which I believe is pretty incredible. One of my favorite parts of the book, this one means the most to me due to my years of touring in a band, is the Thundercats Live section, which was the Thundercats Live touring show that when supposed to go across the US, got canceled early on because of some things, but for the first time ever, in this book you can find photos from the live show that are more than just the program. There's for the first time full write-ups of every part of the show. That included Silverhawks, Tiger Sharks, Gumby and Pokey, all kinds of greatness that went into this, Karate Cat, and there's also behind-the-scene photos from cast members and some of the greatness that was going on behind the scenes with people getting into costume, having fun in the different cities that they were in. Oh, and for the first time ever, a Thundercats Live tour poster with the entire tour schedule that actually, well again, it got canceled about 5-6 cities into it. First time ever you can actually find the entire tour schedule. Here's a tour poster. But yeah, this means the most possibly to me out of the entire book, because I've been researching Thundercats Live for probably 15 years and finding nothing. Because go ahead, look online. You're not going to find much information about it. It's not out there, except for people that have the program. The program's everywhere, but the rest of the information isn't. And now, for the first time ever, it's all right in here. And again, thank you for the people that were involved with Thundercats Live that I was able to work with to get all this stuff together. You guys rule. But yes, that's one of my favorite aspects of this book, including the cover art. It's amazing. It took a very long time. It took realistically a couple years to put this together. There's interviews with the people from LJN that actually worked on the line. There's interviews with Larry Kenny, the voice of Lion-O. There's also interviews with like Bobby Moynihan from Saturday Night Live, who's a Thundercats fan. The cover art was actually done by Kyle Lambert, the official illustrator for Stranger Things. Was it One Piece, The Boys, a whole bunch of different stuff. All these people were Thundercats fans, and when I reached out to them and told them what I was doing, they were all thrilled to be a part of this. So it was just something that I felt like it needed to be done, so we did it. And I can't thank everyone enough who helped me put this book together, everyone who contributed photos, did everything, everyone that helped me work on the book, and everyone that has already picked up the book. Thank you all so much, and I hope to see you guys at a show sometime soon.
I didn't pick it up. I think I'm going to buy it off Toy Federation just to support them. But as someone who doesn't collect Thundercats or know a lot about Thundercats, this book's pretty impressive. And from the people that I know that do love Thundercats, they say this book is amazing and that he did a really good job. So you should go check out his socials. There's some QR codes on the screen that you can click on, or just find him on Instagram and buy his book. Something about being back in the toy world and remembering toys that I bought as a child. I had a lot of G.I. Joes. It was more in the early 90s run, the Ninja Force, the Star Brigade that people don't really like, but I love. But I did have some of the old ones. It's hard to remember those. I remember the Ninja Turtles I had pretty vividly. But the G.I. Joes, I'll see one, like I saw this Shockwave and was like, oh, I remember getting that one. I remember this card back. I remember him so specifically, and just hadn't thought about him in years. And it took actually seeing it to be like, yes, I had that. Also, this Dreadnought vehicle, I had that. And I didn't remember until I saw it and was like, oh, I definitely held this box in my hands and opened it.
This guy, I had to take him home with me. I love jigglers. I collect jigglers too.
Yeah, battle beasts are my focus. I spend a lot of time helping people try to complete their sets, complete their collections, and I pride myself on having fair prices to be able to pay it forward and keep the community happy. The show's going really well. This is a great show. It's got a vintage focus, very vintage-centric focus on the vendors, so I like that. If it's modern, I don't care about it. I'm only about the 80s and 90s toys, and the Battle Beasts are my #1 focus as a collector. So, and then this is a bed sheet turned into a bespoke set that my wife made for me, so I can look fresh for the show.
What's the price on?
$380 for that. And then the Toys R Us limited edition?
$600 for that one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like a smaller version of the Super Nintendo.
When did it come out?
A few years after the Super Nintendo. It's like almost like when they did the mini version. Even for the NES, they did the top loader version. Yeah.
Just talking about that.
Yeah, similar vein. Yeah.
That's a TurboGrafx Express. This was
It was like the Game Boy version of TurboGrafx.
only the Game Boy was a quarter of the price of that. That's on Obtainium. I 100% guarantee on may I lose my soul that I was the only kid here with that today.
I haven't seen it.
No one's ever seen it. No one's ever seen it.
What do the games look like?
Well, these are the games that TurboGrafx on. Do you have a system?
No, I got this. I was up till 1 in the morning recapping that last night.
How much you want?
They go for like $700 on eBay. Well, $750 new cap. I would take like 6. It's a heavy hitter, dude.
Yeah.
It's a heavy hitter.
So much video game stuff at this show. So much rare video game stuff. I had no idea that this existed, and neither one of these things existed, and really kind of wish I bought them now, thinking back on it, because they're such rare pieces and old tech is kind of cool.
Oh, my buddy Mo, who's behind me, he customizes them. So it's like a tradition. Every time we set up at a toy show, he brings me one that he's customized. That's why I had the not for sale sign on it, and I want him to complete me a Universal Monster set. So I find him a giant, give it to this gentleman here. He does his magic. So he's made me a mummy so far. Now I got Frankenstein.
Yeah, don't make something awesome and tell me it's not for sale. Don't take two things I love, Universal Monsters and Ninja Turtles, put them together in a custom one-of-one piece, and then tell me I can't buy it. I don't appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off here, but there will be one more part with Nicole. She picked up a pretty rare piece, but again, thank you guys for watching. As always, hit the like button, comment, show me a collection that you think I should be filming, and make sure you hit that the subscribe button. Got it. Because I'll be posting another video next Saturday at 9 a.m.
Inhumanoids Decompose, which I've been looking for a while now. Usually his head's missing or it's broken off, and he's usually not in this good of condition, so I'm very happy with that. And then I got this guy, which I've never seen on card before, so I thought that was a good piece to pick up. And then this little cute monster. I don't even know what it is, but I like it.
Did you have it as a kid?
No, I didn't have any of this as a kid.